Good afternoon. My name is Gabrielle Stritch. I'm an attorney, mediator, and collaborative lawyer, and I emphasize family law in my practice. And this is part 2 of how to stay married. Now, why would I, a divorce attorney, be talking about that? Because I get to see all the cases where it doesn't quite work out. So one learns from those experiences, as well as I've had the positive experience of my parents being married 65 years successfully. So what can you do that will avoid a problem in your marriage? Well, one of the biggest problems in a marriage is all about money. Last time at the end of my video, I talked about that if you are having a problem, to please come see me. No, I'm not a counselor, but I am a mediator. And I have done mid-marriage agreements addressing problems that develop during the marriage when the parties really want to stay married and just figure out how to handle the problem. So let's assume for a moment the problem is money. I had a case where the husband insisted that the wife deposit her full paycheck in the joint account, and then he maxed out his 401k, and she wasn't allowed to contribute to her own 401k. Now, maybe at the very end or bottom line, when they're both retired and still married, it's not going to make a difference. But it felt different to her. She felt she wasn't being given equal access to saving in her own name. So we were able to do a mid-marriage agreement that addressed this. And that made her feel so much happier and recognized as an equal. And it resolved the problem. Now, mid-marriage agreements is another topic, but I must briefly say that you can't do an agreement mid-marriage without consideration. And what is adequate consideration will be discussed in a later video. Let's get back to the fun topic of money. So the two of you need to figure out what's going to be joint, what's going to be an individual expense, and how does all that get managed. And it has to feel fair and workable to both of you. And then you have to talk about what if your money situation changes and how that's going to work. It's important to respect the plan that the two of you have come up together. If there's a problem, I go back to my first video. You have to sit down and talk and really listen to each other. So if you have a mid-marriage problem and you want to stay married, sometimes counseling is not the right answer. Sometimes seeing a family mediator is the right answer because we can put together a binding mid-marriage agreement. So if you are in one of those situations, in New Jersey, feel free to contact me. My contact information is below.